Tell everyone your position in Care International and what Care International does as well, so that people know, because we're donating money.
So we are one of the biggest humanitarian organizations in the world. We work worldwide in 100 or more than 100 countries, do projects there, humanitarian projects. And, we focus on the most vulnerable in catastrophes, conflicts, and crisis, and especially fight for gender equality and for women's rights where they're systematically disadvantaged. And that's our core goal all over the world.
Excellent. And I believe Care itself started after the Second World War with packages coming into people all over Europe. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. Yeah, you're well informed. So Care was founded in 1945, right after the Second World War. And actually, we had our birthday last year. Care turned 75 last year. And this year, it's going to be the birthday of the care package, which was delivered, the first care package, which was delivered to France in May. And the first care package was delivered to Germany in July, actually.
Oh, wow. Now, I do remember, you see, growing up in life, of hearing the word, or the two words, care package. And I thought care package was like a slang for a helpful package. But in fact, it was an organization, which is what you're now in. And
exactly. Yeah, I mean, people nowadays still use the word care package, when they wrap up food for the children for school or whatever. And they don't know where it actually originally came from. And it comes from Care. It comes from this organization, which was founded actually by the Americans, the American alliances, right after the Second World War, to provide the people who were starving after the Second World War with food and, very important items so the people don't starve and don't freeze to death, especially in Western Germany, especially in Germany and other countries where it was freezing cold.
Yep, absolutely. It was some tough winters there.
Yes.
So your communications is your thing, yeah?
Yes, I didn't, sorry, I didn't answer to that. Yes, I'm in communication. I used to work as a journalist, and now I'm kind of offline at the moment as a journalist and doing, communication for Care already since 3.5 years.
Right. And I was born in Yemen. You may not know this. I was born in Aden.
Yes, I know that. Yes, I know that.
So, and Care is working there, isn't it? Trying to help.
Yes. Yeah, we are actually Care is one of the biggest organizations working in Yemen. We have over 300 people, local staff, working in Yemen, also working in Aden, where our office is at. And of course, we are very focused on Yemen, actually, because it's, if you even can say that, but it's one of the worst, or maybe the worst humanitarian crisis in the world, actually.
So you have an office in Aden?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And are the people, is it just Yemeni people working in it at the moment, or is it people from outside?
Mostly we do. We have staff all over Yemen, but in the office as well. So we have like some local staff in Hodeidah area, for example. We most of them are locals, and some are foreign people, but not all of them, because it's our focus that we help the people to help themselves, and it's best, I think, to empower the people that are there and not, don't come there and tell them what to do. But
no, absolutely. But in my head, I'm always thinking, what more can I do? And the fact that you're based there, that's I'm going to log that, because I want to, I'd like to be there helping. My parents met there, you see. My parents met there. They married there. My brother was born there. I was born there. It's Aden. Particularly Aden and Yemen.
Have you been there? Have you been there recently, or in a couple of years?
Yeah, we left in 1963, so a long time ago, but a huge thing. And our mother died in 1968, so a long time ago. So you have this beautiful beginning, and then it's untimely death and this hellishness and
This year it's going to be 6 years of war in Yemen, actually.
6 years. Yeah. So, but we went back in 2008. we did go back before Dad passed away. He passed away a couple of years ago. For 3 days we went back, and Dad showed us everything, and that was good. But they're having a tough time, you know, even then.
Yeah.
And that was before the proxy war.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, I think 80% of the people in Yemen are, need humanitarian assistance. A lot of people are starving. There's a big economical crisis, conflict, COVID, different diseases, cholera. It's horrible. You can't describe it. I mean, I've not been there, but I'm in touch with the colleagues there very, very, very often. We talk about a lot of times, and we do try to raise awareness for the situation here and help, of course, raise funds for Yemen, so we can help provide aid as good as we can in Yemen.
Right. So now I've also got some information about you talking about the climate crisis, climate change. How does that affect things in the places you're working? I know some people ignore it, climate change, but the rest of us were looking at the science, and we know it's happening, and I believe President Joe Biden is about to rejoin the Paris Accord. So
that's him or the U.S. rejoining the Paris Agreement is a big step.
Yeah.
But it's now it's just theoretically they have to take action. They have to show their commitment.
Yeah.
So the 1.5 degree goal can be reached, and it is scientifically still possible. As far as your question goes, in terms of our work, of course, we see it in the countries we're working in, that the effects of climate change are disastrous in countries like, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Philippines, that they have seen such an increase of typhoons and storms. Right now, actually, there's a Storm Eloise, a cyclone that's going to hit Mozambique and Zimbabwe, which we are very, which CARE is looking at closely this weekend. We're ready to, to help the people on the ground there as good as we can. And, of course, these kinds of natural disasters, they're fueled by climate change because, when it comes to cyclones, for example, the warmer the water is, the more severe these cyclones are. They increase also from the numerous. So it's not only quality, but also quantity of those cyclones.
I did not know that. That is interesting.
Yeah.
So the
IPCC, the Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change, they already raised that issue in their latest report. And Greta Thunberg tried to raise awareness for this, but of course people don't pay as much attention to the facts as her look or whatever. No.
Yeah. It's hey ho. So we will be donating to you. So I should say to everyone, go to eddyizzard.com and you can donate from anywhere in the world, any credit card, and some of that money will be going to CARE International.
Do it.
Yeah, absolutely. The work that Stefan is doing around the world and everyone at CARE International. And is there anything you want to ask me before you go? You don't have to, but just in case you do, then you can.
Yeah, I wanted to know how did you come up with this idea, and what does motivate you to do this? I mean, it's quite an intense thing that you're doing. I read about the marathons you did on a Nelson Mandela as well. Yeah. So it's not the first time you're doing this. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well,
what does motivate you?
I came out as trans, as TV transit back in 1985, and if you remember, you're younger than me, so I don't know how old you were in 85. Probably maybe not born in 85, but when we.
84. I was born 84. So okay. I was 1 year old.
So when you were 1 year old, it was not very groovy to come out as trans. It was rather toxic, as it had been throughout the centuries and the millennia before. Lesbian and gay communities have done a lot of good work pushing forward on rights, but trans was kind of lost a bit, or still outside the loop. So I thought I should come out, and I thought I'm kind of the right kind of character to fight this fight. Even if people hurl abuse or shout at me or fight me in the streets, I'll just fight them back. And so it's quite a big mental challenge to do that in 85. but I didn't realize that we talk about mental health a lot more now, which is great that phrase is out there. But my mental health that I gained from being open, and I knew I was trans since I was 5, was good.
Oh, wow.
So after that, though, anything you do is a lot easier if you think about it. So, and I used to want to, I used to run about as a kid. I loved football when I was a kid. I wanted to be in forces as well, special forces, in fact. But I never did that because I wanted to do all this creative stuff. So in the end, this is me trying to show that we can all do more than we think we can do. And if I do enough, people might go, well, I'll put a bit of money in. I'll raise a bit of money, and then the charities help around the world, not only in the United Kingdom, but all around the world, as we were talking about. And that, I think, is beautiful. As a kid born in Aden in Yemen, that's what I should, as a trans kid born in Aden in Yemen, I should be doing this. And then hopefully people will look at trans maybe in a slightly different way, because they say, well, I'm not doing 31 marathons. So, and they can, hopefully it can just keep conversations going, keep people thinking more openly, and help people to donate, which helps the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I gotta clap for that and take my hat off, my imaginary hat. It's just, I mean, legendary that you are using your platform to raise awareness for, humanitarian issues, and also, being a humanitarian yourself and just doing this is just amazing. I mean, the running, but at the same time using this opportunity to raise awareness for people in the global south who are suffering and who need help. So. And
doing the gigs afterwards, that's just the icing on the cake, as we call it.
Yeah. Also, that's just a ramp up, basically.
Yeah, that's I will fall asleep in the gig. I do tend to fall asleep in the middle of sentences because I'm so tired. But tonight it's in German, and on the 28th it's in French, and all the other ones are in English. But
I'll tune in.
Thank you. It's all the details. You can buy tickets at eddieizard.com. Anyone in the world listening now, thank you, Stefan, for letting us talk to you.
It was my pleasure. Thank you to you.
And keep up the good work, and everyone at Care International.
Yes, thank you. You do too. Goodbye. It was lovely talking to you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
As you say in German, tschüss.
Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen.